What is cracking, Hope Nation? It's yet again, your friendly neighborhood, Kevin Hines, and I am thrilled, beyond thrilled today to be with one of my best friends in the whole wide world, dare I say my very best friend, Erik Sebusch, the incredible, the incomparable, the wonderful, the amazing, the man, the myth, the legend. Erik Sebusch is a venture capital expert, right? Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
He's an expert, right? You want to talk to this guy. And he knows his business, and he wears really cool shoes all the time. Jackie, you see, no, I wasn't kidding, was I? And he and I met some years back as he was working with my lovely wife. We all know Margaret, dearest Margaret, love bug Margaret. And he was working with her at a company. Was it a venture capital? Venture capital firm. Okay, venture capital firm. And they became fast friends. And we became fast friends. And then it turns out Erik lived in Georgia and Margaret and I lived in San Francisco. And then a few years back, about 10 years ago, going on 11 years, we decided to move to Georgia. And the only people we knew were Erik and his beautiful family.
Lucky us.
Lucky all of us.
We got family coming.
We had family coming together. And we became one big family in Georgia. And we love Georgia. It's beautiful. The trees are gorgeous. The winds
very
are
green city.
Winds are wispy. Is that a thing? I don't know.
Yeah, wispy
winds. They were there. And a lot of golf courses in Georgia. Like every other corner, there's a golf course. Just
a lot of traffic.
So make sure you have your work to do or your shows to watch.
But lots of trees, lots of outdoors. Southern hospitality truly lives there.
Southern hospitality is so freaking real.
Yeah.
People will bend over backwards to be kind and gracious to you. As a matter of fact, when we first moved in, Erik, I don't know if you know this, our neighbors to the right were these Nigerian doctors. They're both primary care physicians. Our neighbors to the left were IT experts. And, during COVID, the doctors were helping us with how sick we were. During times when our IT was down, we were helped by the next door neighbors on the other side. And here's the thing. Whenever we'd be away, they'd get our packages. They'd take our garbage cans in. They'd make sure the house was safe. They'd call for any disturbances. And on Christmas and like Easter and holidays, they bring you baskets. It's an incredible experience to live in Georgia. If you haven't done it yet, go to Georgia.
We had the same experience. You'd have a storm come through. A tree would be down in your yard. You didn't even know it was down. Yeah. That morning, your neighbors would be knocking on the door. They'd have chainsaw, and there'd be multiple people and go, come on, let's get the tree out for you. It was pretty amazing. It was beautiful.
Nothing better than that Southern hospitality. And Georgia gets a bad rap, but it's for the wrong reasons, and we love it. So Erik, do you know how long we've been friends? Can you quantify it?
It's got to be 17 years.
17 years.
Margaret was my boss.
Margaret was his boss. Oh my God. And we have coined a phrase together. Everybody needs a Margaret.
That's true.
We coined that phrase. Remember that?
That is true.
I remember the day that happened. Everyone needs a Margaret. I've got a permanent Margaret, and it's incredible. I kid you not. She is the gift from God that keeps on giving. She's a lovely woman and the best part of my entire life.
Yeah. A lot of people's lives.
I
say all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, I wish I had a Margaret.
I wish I had a Margaret.
Though I have a lovely Paula.
You have a lovely Paula.
Which is amazing. She makes me a better person.
And she does. And Paula is lovely.
Couldn't do everything I do without her. So
let's talk about Paula's accent.
It's fantastic. I never get tired of hearing it.
And what kind is it?
It's a Northern British accent.
Northern British accent.
Yorkshire.
And I can tell you, it's lovely.
Yes, it is.
And people with British accents have a kind of with the accent, and maybe it's just an American idiot thing, but they have this immediate stature raise.
Yeah.
Of like exactly. A British accent.
Though in like crime movies or, villain movies.
Oh, they're always the villain. They're always the bad guy. Yeah.
Because they're smart.
Because they're smart. They paint the movies and film world paints them as conniving and evil and bad, but they're really cool.
That's only the American.
That's only American writers and American.
Well, they probably have Americans in theirs as the evil doers.
Goes back and forth.
Yeah.
But what are we talking about? Let's keep going. So
sorry.
You have kids.
Yep.
And we knew when they were little babies, and now they're growing up.
Yep. Both in college, Emilia and Aiden. Lights of our lives. So proud of both of them. Such amazing kids. go-getters, really kind human beings. I kid that some, as they were growing up, they should have been pastors or something, because they're just so wonderful and concerned about how other people feeling. Made me worry about exposing them to society, right? I grew up on the wrong side of the tracks, having to fist fight and watch your back. They didn't have to have that experience, and I was worried about how are they going to manage the world abroad, but they did a fantastic job.
They're two incredible kids, Aiden and Amelia, beautiful children, and they care a lot about their society and the people around them. And they love you dearly, you and Paula. Erik, a few Thanksgivings ago, we shot a documentary called Give Thanks.
Give Thanks, that's right.
And not too many people know about it, so we're going to promote it right here. Give Thanks is on Vimeo On Demand by Kevin Hines. And Erik and his family are in the film because we spend Thanksgiving together each year. And it is a beautiful conversation about, no matter the pain you might be in, giving thanks and gratitude for sometimes the little things.
Yeah.
Can you talk about what Emilia and Aiden have gone through in the way you can approach it?
Well, I think we try to always appreciate the little things. I think both of us as parents, grew up in similar situations, didn't necessarily have a ton. And, we try to give our kids, enough, but not spoil them, and get them to, travel internationally with us, have open minds, understand the world around them, appreciate a rainbow, sunny day, a flower, or our pet doing something silly, the simple things, because, simple problems don't really matter. Yeah.
And they both been through hardship, and you don't have to go into it if you don't want to, but they both been through hardship, pretty serious hardship.
Yeah.
At such a young age.
As a parent, you feel helpless.
How do you cope with that?
Oh, it's nothing I think ever took me down in my life as hard as that. Not being able to have the tools or the skill set to manage that. And, I thank God every day to Margaret and you, because you have the resources and access, and you understand. It goes well beyond my, capabilities and understanding of how to manage it. And, I don't know what we'd have done without you, because part of it was during a COVID time, and to get a therapist or to get help, there was nowhere to be found. The therapists were so tapped out that they had to wait for months to even get an appointment. We, in one situation, trying to get medical care, once had to drive to Nashville to get that. And you and Margaret helped and directed us too, as well as you spent your time, with both of them, and made a world of difference. And now they are on just an amazing path.
They're on an amazing path. And let's talk briefly about Emilia for a moment. She had a bad accident,
mm-hmm.
and frankly, could have lost her. And as a dad, of course, Paul, the mom, what do you do? And you're helpless to do anything besides let the doctors take the course. And what was, if you are, it's okay. What was that like for you?
It's an interesting backstory, because she had an injury. She was thrown from a horse. We didn't know how bad it was. She actually didn't know how bad it was. She continued to work and persevere, but she was in really bad shape. And, it was lethal shape. And my wife drove to go get her, because there was no way she could drive, which was hours away. I was in San Francisco, they were in Atlanta, and I was holding a webinar for our entire investments firm, which was hundreds of people. And one of our premier venture capitalists, one of my favorite people on the face of this earth, really good at what they do, very notable, big, everyone knows them in the industry. So it was a big deal to even get it set up. And I get a text from Paula, the webinar's getting ready to go in 2 minutes. 2 minutes. My phone's sitting there. I'm ready. We're prepping. We're going to go live. There's, 235, 350 people, 400 people pulling in, and they're ready to launch. And I get a text, we are in the ambulance heading to the trauma center right now. That was all I got. And I thought, I know.
I just got chills.
I stopped and I said, what am I going to do? Because I was interviewing that individual and we were like a minute and 30 seconds to go. And do I drop out? And I said, I couldn't do anything anyways because I was across the country. So I'm just going to focus, make this happen. And then the second it was done, I called Delta right away, said, I got to get on the next flight. I rushed to the airport, barely making it, and was at her bedside in the hospital, 5-6 hours later. But, it was traumatizing. When you think you're going to lose a child, it's hard to deal with.
Devastating, I think, to deal with. And you dealt with it well. And she's alive and well today. And she struggles with some physical issues, but she's a fighter, man.
Yeah, no,
and so is Aiden.
Yeah, they're incredible go-getters.
Champions. They're champions. And they
good people doing things on the side, being entrepreneurial, both of them. Working really hard with their education, top grades. You couldn't ask for more.
They have the drive with their mom and dad, which is incredible. You guys have diligence, determination, and drive between the two of you.
It's all Paula, it wasn't me.
Well, you passed it on to your kids, which is incredible. Let's go back. We're going to go back, Erik and I.
Uh-oh.
I don't know how after you're going to stop this.
Well, I could just say I don't want to talk about it.
Tell us about your modeling days.
Oh, no.
Acting days.
So I'll tell you a little bit about the acting and why I ever got into a little bit of acting. And I don't really call it acting because I was not even close to what really actors do. But I was working at Merrill Lynch at the time, and we would have to present to our ultra high net worth folks, or we would have sometimes sort of a seminar teaching them on financial planning and other things of that nature. And I wanted to get over public speaking and just practice, right? And I did Toastmasters, I did, speaking class in college, but I wanted to up it a little bit. And I happened to see that there was acting coach had a class for professionals. So in this class, there were litigating attorneys, bodybuilders, other financial advisors. It was just business type that had to present, and they taught you how to present to a camera, look at the camera and talk, and read scripts, use some emotion. And I sort of had a knack for it. And the casting director, the coach running the class said, you have a knack for this. You should consider doing this. And I was like, no, I'm not interested. And they asked me to come for a casting on a weekend for a potential filming for a weekend for like a television commercial or something. I got it. I had a blast, played on the beach because I was in Hawaii at the time, and all of a sudden got paid tons of money and got residuals. I was like, this is amazing. How do I sign up for this? So I did that on the side. It wasn't anything serious, but it was more for the skill to learn how to present and talk to folks.
I'll say this. His life was saved on Baywatch. That's all I'll say, and I'll stop right there.
Oh, no.
Erik, we have a new passion that I've had for 30 years, but that you've been introduced to, which is comic books.
Yes.
And the love of comic books, the comic book fandom, the comic book world. I just shot my first pilot episode of the docuseries Issues, Comics and Mental Health, which I'm so excited to share.
How did that go? I can't wait. I hated that I had to miss it.
No, I hated you had to miss it.
I should have been
because it's right there in Georgia at Kapow Comics, which was our sponsor. It was incredible.
We do our comic runs there all the time.
We do our comic runs all the time there, even some action figure runs as well.
And I love that Andy and the group there wanted to support the effort.
Yes.
Right? And they understand the, interconnectivity to superheroes, mental health issues, and what they have to deal with. It's interesting, entwined, which I never even realized.
It's so cool. And Andy and Dylan, the two owners of Kapow Comics, really embraced this idea. And you know what they said at the end of the filming? They said, you can have this here anytime you want, and we'll support you And Andy is adamant to get me interviews with some of the greatest creators on the face of this planet that are in the Atlanta area, or people that are coming to the Atlanta area for Comic Cons, of some Dragon Con, things like that. We'll get them on the show. And so I'm really excited about that. Our first interview was with Paul Jenkins, who created the Sentry. When I tell you this interview was incredible, it'll blow your mind. We shot a HINESIGHTS Podcast Heroes Edition with him, and then we shot the larger docuseries episode with him. So it was really special.
Excellent.
So you'll see that coming through the wire soon. After going there for the first couple of times, what gets you to go back with me and experience it?
It's hanging out with my best friend, right? I mean, I get to hang out, and you teach me so much about it, all the things you know, and that's the first episode that so-and-so was in, and it's something we do. I enjoy it. The collectability of it is really cool as well.
It's also really the social connectivity and the friendship that we built over time that makes it all the more fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So if you're looking for something to do with your buddies, find your local comic book shop and get in there and buy it.
And if you're in Georgia, go to Kapow.
And if you're in Georgia, go to Kapow. Come to Georgia. Okay. I would love to shift focus for just a moment. Guys, I've never really asked you this. I know we've had conversations around my mental health and struggles and things like that. You've firsthand seen me struggle.
Yeah.
You've seen me have an inner battle with my brain health.
Yeah.
What is that like for you? Because I'm doing well today and I'm not having that battle right now. So what is it like for you when you see me going through it?
I mean, obviously you want to help and, kind of lean on Margaret a little bit too, because she has the skills and knows how to manage those. I'm learning as we go. And it makes me be probably more empathetic and helpful to others when I'm out there. But, I hate to see you struggle with it, but I love to see you come out of it, right? And the tools and the skills, the breathing, the thought process, I learn every day. And I think more what's remarkable about it is you could come out of one of those episodes and you're getting a text, we're at dinner and somebody's in a crisis and you're getting up from dinner and you're walking someone off a ledge basically and saving their lives. And it's just amazing to see and be a part of watching you save multiple lives. Like when we were at Camp Lejeune and the Marines were lined up, 100 Marines after you spoke. And, a couple of them had said your videos had already saved their lives. And as we were going to the airport, we were getting a call for help and you were able to get the chaplain and move on it right away. That's even more amazing because, you come in and out of that and I can see what it takes out of you when you present and you're done because you have to relive what you did every time you talk about it almost. It's like you're this instant superhero that turns and gives hope and helps people. It's amazing.
Thank you, Eric. Maybe that's why I love comic books so much. The hero's journey is something that I feel I'm constantly on. We're all on it. And if you can look
you are in spades.
Yeah, if you can look at yourself not as the victim or the sufferer, but as the hero of your journey, I'm telling you, you can survive anything. Yeah. You can survive anything. Eric, to wrap this all up, your children have gone through mental health struggles. Your brother, me, goes through mental health crisis and struggles.
And my brother.
And your brother did. Your brother, he passed. And you hold space for a lot of people in your field and in general that are going through things. If you could do me a favor as we wrap this up, look into that camera and look to the person watching, viewing, subscribing that's in a world of hurt. Tell them something that could give them hope.
I mean, there's people out there that love and care for you, and tomorrow will be a better day. So as you say, be here tomorrow. Reach out and ask for that help. Don't always be the tough individual, the tough person. I can get through this. If you need the help, ask for it because people deep down want to help and they want to give. And, you don't want to see a loved one, a loss, and you don't want to have to experience it. And even strangers are happy to help. So you're going through it, you're feeling down, just ask for that help, right? We want to give.
There it is. We want to give. We want to help people in pain find hope. And to all the sane and well people in the world, The next time you see that person sitting on that park bench struggling, don't just walk by. Walk up to them and say, are you okay? Is something wrong? Or can I help you? You could be the shining difference in saving a life. Thank you, everybody, for watching, viewing, and subscribing to the HINESIGHTS Podcast. This is my best buddy, Erik Sebusch. Couldn't do without him. Be well. Take care. And whatever you do, be here tomorrow and every damn day after that. We love you. We need you. You're important. And you matter. See ya.